Hello, welcome to Rosebank Farm and Garden. Have a really exciting project today. It's Garden Design on a Dime. Design on a Dime was an old HTV show where they took a designer room and they redid it for like $500 or less. And so I had the same idea. I follow different gardening accounts on Instagram and I came across a picture of these Victorian birdhouses freestanding out in the garden. And I personally don't like a lot of garden art, but a few things here and there I find pleasing to me. It's your own personal preference, but I really like these birdhouses. So I looked them up on Amazon, and at the time they were $149. There's no way that I would pay $149 for an outdoor birdhouse, knowing that in my climate we get a lot of rain and anything wood usually only lasts 2 or 3 seasons, so that's not going to happen. But so I started to look up Victorian birdhouses on Amazon and I found some that were $22. So today's project is making a Victorian birdhouse garden design on a dime style. The Victorian birdhouse that caught my eye was called the Honeymoon Cottage by Home Bazaar. And when I checked, the price had lowered to $69.99 and there was only one left in stock. And I'll throw a screenshot up of that birdhouse. Not willing to pay $149, I just typed in on Amazon Victorian birdhouse until I found some that I really liked. I have 2 of them. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you all the supplies that I'll be using for this project. Here are all the supplies that I'm going to be using. These are the birdhouses that I ordered off of Amazon for $22. And I just typed in the Victorian birdhouse. And I want to make them weatherproof. So I have this indoor-outdoor acrylic spray, flat crystal clear, to give them a protective coat. And we're going to be putting them on some spindles, some banisters. These were $3 at Lowe's, and I like the curve design in them. I've got some outdoor paint, paintbrush, some tent stakes. We get a lot of wind in my area, so around the base we're going to drill some holes so that we can hold it down with some tent stakes. These were only 88 cents a piece at Walmart, and then some various other tools to help us get the job done. All right, so let's get started. First, we're going to paint both of the banisters with the outdoor paint, and we're going to give it 2 coats, and we'll make sure we let it dry in between coats, and then we'll move on to installing the base on it. Before I get started, I did want to mention that these are pressure treated lumber, and it's a good idea to let these dry out for several days before you paint them. I've had these sitting outside in my yard and moved them around and turned them for about the last 2 weeks, so hopefully they're dry enough. I'm just ready to get this project done. I've got the first coat on the banisters, and while that's drying, let's spray the birdhouses with the sealer. Well, we just ran into a snag. I think I'm going to have to paint the birdhouses white with my outdoor paint, because as I was spraying the sealer, it was just eating away the paint that was on it and turning it black. So we're going to have to paint the birdhouses first as well. Helpers to help me paint. Hopefully that'll get the job done faster. All right, you ready, boys?
Yes.
Let's paint.
Yeah. I haven't had a difficult painting yet. Interesting. Yours already painted off for some reason. A lot of paint get in the creases. A lot. Then you gotta use a little more. And that's what I did. And I got all of those creases. Grandma, do you need some help?
No, yours is looking pretty good, but you gotta get down in here like that. Let's try the sealer again. So I repainted the birdhouses. They've dried for a little bit. They're dry to the touch, so let's give it a try. Yep, that's working better. Yeah, there were enough areas that I missed when I repainted that. When I spray the acrylic, we are getting a distressed look that I like. You can see right there, that just happened. So my husband cut me 4 blocks of plywood, and we're getting ready to attach it as a base. So my husband's going to mark where the center is, and you're going to pre-drill?
Yes, we're going to pre-drill so the wood doesn't crack.
And then after we're done, I could just spray paint these like a green or a brown or something, just to protect it from the weather and to disguise them a little bit. So we're going to drill 4 holes in the corners so that we can stake it down in the wind. Okay, for the base of the birdhouse, we're going to trace an outline and then cut it with a jigsaw. there are the two bases that my husband cut out on the jigsaw, and we're ready to attach them to the spindles. Pre-drilling the screws to attach the base to the spindle. You need me to hold it?
No.
Okay. I see what you're doing. There we go. I'll just switch sides. This is a better view. Oh, it's so exciting. It's coming together. Okay, so we drew a sample outline of how big the birdhouse is and put 3 dots to pre-drill the holes. Okay, so we're going to turn them upside down. So this is where the birdhouse goes. So we're going to turn it upside down. There we go. Okay, so now we're pre-drilling those screws into the 3 holes we pre-drilled. And the last one goes at the front of the birdhouse. Okay, and then we have to do the second one. Got some good helpers holding these steady for you.
Good job.
Woohoo!
Okay, I know how.
Okay. All right. Now, do we put numbers on these?
It was, you had a number 1 and the other one was plain.
Yeah, this one's a plain one.
We'll see if it lines up. Probably all about the same.
Should be about
Now,
the same.
We got this on here. Okay, and those are pre. So here, let's put it on the table.
Not a lot of place.
Okay. Woohoo! One's done, guys.
This one's mine.
It looks
That
good.
one's
So,
yours.
second birdhouse. We're lining it up. First one is already done.
What? Oh.
Okay, one more screw and this one will be attached. Okay, let's see if it's on there.
Mine going at the pole.
I love it. They're so beautiful.
That wasn't Levi.
Yes, you paint the one on your left. That's it.
Levi needs more scooter. I don't have enough room.
Okay, that's easy to do. We'll just move it over. It's looking good. And we'll
Yep.
definitely have to do 2 coats, but it's looking really good.
Yep. Doesn't look the best, but this is probably as good as it's gonna get.
Nope, 2 coats, it'll look perfect.
Bottom too.
Do you think it would look nice if we painted the bottom?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, go ahead and paint the bottom.
But it will be beautiful for the birds will love it.
Yeah.
The birds will love something. They'll just make the design, like maybe pick at it a little. You don't know what they're gonna do. You don't know what the birds are gonna think.
The birdhouses are all finished. I decided to go ahead and paint the base on the top and the bottom. Here's from the other direction. The bottom's all painted. I'm just letting them dry right now. And then we painted around the sides and the bottom of the piece we used to attach the birdhouse to the post. So it's all drying right now, and next we'll get them in their spots. Okay, time to get them in the ground. So we scraped away some mulch, and it's not quite level, so I'm gonna have to level out a little bit. Okay, that feels a lot better. Okay, and then we're going to take the tent stakes and drive them through at an angle as much as I can. And pound the tent stakes in to hold it in place. And then I'll just lightly cover it back up with some mulch. Oh, doesn't that look so sweet? I love it. One option that you could do is to paint the spindle like a black or dark green so that it blends into the background of your foliage. But I wanted it to stand out. That's why I went with the white. But you can change the look and make it your own. And I'm really happy. Look at that. The second birdhouse is going to go in my lilac flower bed right behind the mini mauvet hydrangea. And so we're just going to stake it down again. So how did I do?
This is really solid. Yeah.
Nice. So when the wind blows, that should stay in place. Yep. Love it. The crystal clear spray that we used as a sealer on the Victorian birdhouses is non-toxic to animals when dry. And after I sprayed everything, I made sure it sat out in the sun for a couple of hours so the paint and the sealer are completely dry when we put them up. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this DIY project where I was able to make 2 designer birdhouses. Instead of spending $300, I only spent less than $50. And I'm so excited with how they turned out and how much they add to my garden. So thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to Rosebank Farm and Garden, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.